What's your "they threw a party about me without inviting me" story? Mine happened the week I left my old unit. I wasn't the loudest or most popular guy, but I did my job, covered shifts, and always kept things running smoothly. When I got orders to transfer, I figured there'd be some kind of send-off, nothing fancy. Maybe pizza in the break room, a handshake, a good luck. Instead, my last day came and went with nothing, not a word. Everyone just acted like it was another Tuesday. The next night, scrolling Instagram, I found out why. My entire unit had thrown a going-away party about me without inviting me. Photos everywhere, streamers, cake with my name on it, even a giant poster board that said, "We'll miss you, man." And there I was, not in uniform, not in the corner, just not there at all. At first, I thought it was a mistake. Maybe it was a joke? I texted one buddy and he hit me with, "Dude, I thought you knew." Knew what? That the people I'd sweated with, marched with, trusted, had decided the best farewell was one I didn't attend? My stomach sank. I sat there staring at those photos for a long time. They were all smiling, raising cups, writing nice messages on the board, even pretending to give speeches about me. It was surreal. A room full of people celebrating me, without me. It felt like being at my own funeral but watching from outside the window. But here's where the karma part comes in. A week later, the commander asked who was covering the monthly inspection checklist. You know, the one I always handled. Nobody had touched it. Trash piled up, equipment unlogged, paperwork missing. Turns out, when you cut the guy out who quietly does the unglamorous stuff, everything collapses fast. The inspection bombed. They failed readiness checks. The motor pool was a mess, and half their gear wasn't properly inventoried. The commander tore into the NCOs, demanding how they could screw up something so basic. One of my friends later admitted they scrambled to cover for me, but didn't even know half the systems I'd set up. They thought those jobs just did themselves. By the time I was settling into my new unit, I got messages. "Bro, the inspection was a disaster. We failed half the checks. Wish you were here." Funny, since when I was there, they barely noticed. Now suddenly, they missed me. The cake and the poster board didn't save them from hours of extra duty, chewed out NCOs, and an angry commander demanding why basic tasks were skipped. The fallout didn't stop there. My old platoon ended up pulling weekend duty to clean up the mess, and word spread through the base that their section was the sloppy one. That stung way more than they admitted. Reputation matters, and theirs tanked overnight. And every time someone complained, somebody else would mutter, "Well, maybe if we hadn't thrown a party without the one guy who actually worked." And the best part? I didn't have to say a word. I didn't rant. I didn't post. I didn't even acknowledge the party. I just moved on. But deep down, I knew they'd learned the lesson. Respect isn't about balloons and hashtags. It's about how you treat people while they're still standing beside you. So what's my "they threw a party about me without inviting me" story? It's the one where they baked a cake, smiled for selfies, and then got wrecked by their own laziness the second I was gone. I never got a slice of that cake, but I got something better. The satisfaction of knowing their little celebration turned into the punchline of their own mess. And every year on the date of that inspection, I get texts from old teammates. Never forgot the cake. Never forgot the fallout.